Alrighty, here we've got a Super Excidium event, I think is how you say that, being played via Messen through an emulator. This is a SNES game, a great game actually. Um, so this has been deemed the game that Reddit built. Essentially, MakeCat and the Reddit community came together along with another developer to create this game. Um, it's a pretty cool shmup. This game honestly reminds me of. I initially thought, okay, this feels like a tower defense style shmup because you have the space station you have to defend, um, and you get different weapons, you get weapon upgrades eventually. And then I started thinking, well, no, what this really reminds me of is Star Castle, but in reverse, if that makes sense. For those who've never played Star Castle is a vector-based game that has you try and take down a fortress with a ship, and it's got a force field around it. This kind of feels like that in reverse. Another game that came to mind, another arcade game that plays very similar to this, and I've covered in the past on the channel, is the arcade game Aka, which is an amazing game. That's available through the Atari 50 collection, um, as well as a standalone remake that's available as well on platforms. But those two games are what this game reminds me of, and to see this on the Super Nintendo is pretty awesome. Um, yes, it feels rudimentarily basic, but there's just something that's just a ton of fun about this game because the game can get extremely chaotic very quickly, and it really tests your ability to defend this space station and just kind of kill everything. And it's just so much fun. Just sit here and blast everything. Um, I don't like that you can't go 8 directions. You can only go 4. Um, but that's okay. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to go 8 directions, but that may have been just a bit too easy if that were the case. Although, given how quickly the game ramps up in difficulty after the first stage, I beg to differ. I think that would be a very welcome thing to have at least been able to upgrade for. Um, but but yeah, you've got the standard attack button here to fire at everything. You have the D-pad to maneuver your turret, and then you have the L and R buttons to swap weapons when you get those weapon upgrades. Alright, now we're going to get the boss here. Alien Assault Carrier, here we go. This is a big carrier that drops off enemies, and you have to go against them as well, along with the carrier. Thankfully, the carrier doesn't attack. It uses the enemies it drops to do that. So thankfully, you don't have to deal with that attacking on top of the enemies. So if an enemy touches you or a bullet touches you, you're done. And one thing I will say about this game is that, I'm going to rewind this, if you're not careful, the bullets will sneak up on you, like you just did there, and then my rewind here. And you'll find that quite a bit. You'll be focusing on an enemy, and the bullet will come at you, you're done. Or you'll be focusing on a barrage of bullets, and the enemy will touch you, and you'll be done. And the amount of enemies and bullets on the screen at any given time, you can find yourself dying and not knowing what happened. It's like, what happened? I died? Yeah, because you weren't paying attention. Because you were focusing on a bullet or you're focusing on an enemy, and something else came and got you. So, yeah, it's like I said, it can get pretty crazy. See, like that. You know, that was. I don't think there's no way to defend against that. Let's try it again. Okay, so okay. So I just needed to have gotten that bullet before it reached me. Now the cool thing about this boss is it doesn't actually throw any more enemies, which is nice. At least I haven't got to the point where it would. And I just gotta kill the enemies on screen, and you'll move on to the next stage. kind of the way the enemies move also kind of reminds me of like Space Invaders. Another game that comes to mind, a great arcade game that comes to mind. So this game really blends a great plethora, if you will, of arcade classics into a unique game available on the Super Nintendo. I don't know if this game is available digitally. This ROM was provided me courtesy of Mega Studios, so thank them very much for the opportunity to cover this game. This game's amazing, tons of fun to play, and definitely takes you back. If it is available for purchase digitally, I will leave the link to the purchase of the game description down below. And I want to thank Mega for the opportunity. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. As always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.